Yeah.
I'm always uncomfortable with the word lover anyway.
Why?
If somebody always introduces, and this is my lover, immediately think about them doing it.
I know. It does.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
weird
is
if that
my
happens.
It does
lover.
define a person by.
Yeah, that's all you're good for.
Yeah.
Sexual attraction.
Please
Exactly.
enjoy the presence of my lover.
Lover.
Ew.
So,
See, now you don't like it either.
yeah. So,
I don't like it when you say it.
This is the Woody and Jim Show podcast, a daily recap of everything you missed.
talking about things we silently judge people for, and we want you to let it out. Judge them in public. All right, we have Nick in Murfreesboro. Hey, Nick.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Good, thanks.
So what do you silently judge people for?
Noisy eating.
Oh, yeah. When they smack and eat
That's
with their
understandable.
mouth open. Yeah.
My
Yes, I
daughter,
will-
for years, would not eat at the table with us because of that.
Yeah, I will shamelessly get up and walk away from somebody if they are munching or slurping or whatever
Smacking of
noise
lips.
they're making. Yes, I will get up
Right.
and move to another seat.
It makes you
Yeah.
nauseous.
Just so you know, you're not alone.
Absolutely.
There is a scientific name for that. It's called misophonia, where you're actually like cringing whenever
Yeah.
you hear people eat.
I do that, especially if you're on the phone with them and they're obviously eating.
Woo,
Yeah.
drives me
My,
wild.
my ex-wife used to do that.
Yeah.
That's why she's my ex-wife now. Actually, more a laundry list of reasons.
One of the
but that's
many,
one-
it seems.
Right. So that's not your ASMR, is it? Yeah.
Thanks, Nick. We appreciate it.
That's awesome.
You have a great one. Andy is in Dixon. Hello, Andy.
Good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Andy.
What do you secretly, silently judge people for?
I definitely silently judge people whenever they're doing that, like, really cringy PDA in public.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The over-the-top stuff.
Especially the roller coaster people.
Wait, the roller coaster people? What do
is
you
that?
mean?
Yes. Okay, so the people, like the couples that stand in line at roller coasters and they're, like, overly affectionate. And they're like,
Oh.
Oh, okay. Not when they're on the
Where they
ride.
pretty much had their hands in each other's back pockets and everything, and they're just, becoming one person.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll answer for
All right.
her.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
I think we lost her.
We made-
Specific.
she drove under a bridge or something,
Yeah.
or she got on the coaster.
I hear you guys now.
Oh, she's
there
back.
we go.
Okay, you're back.
All right. Well, great cell coverage, but we totally get what you mean.
Yeah,
Yes.
no kidding.
I think
Yeah.
we're all judging them a little bit too. It's like, okay, maybe spend your
Yeah.
roller coaster money on a room instead.
Bounce it, go
Different
wow,
kind of
wow.
roller coaster there.
Ow.
I'm trying to eat my deep fried Oreo over here. Stop it. We appreciate it. Anybody else got something? 615-737-9107.
You silently judge
Yeah.
them for this?
I judge people who use the word catsup. My Aunt Dolores in Fort Wayne, Indiana, used to call it catsup
Okay,
instead
well,
of ketchup.
obviously, anybody with the name Aunt Dolores
Yes.
is going to call it catsup.
She said, hand me the catsup. And I turned to my mom and said, what is she talking about? She means ketchup. Give her that. But don't listen to her. She's weird.
I think Ricky's right. If her name is Dolores and she's
Yeah.
not saying catsup,
Catsup.
I'd be
There's a
shocked.
problem.
Yeah.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Zach.
Did you guys see the protest that happened here in Nashville at a local Starbucks?
no.
So apparently last summer there was these vegan protesters that decided to super glue themselves to the counter because they were protesting
Yes.
Starbucks charging 50 cents extra for non-dairy milk. Well, now they've taken things a little bit further. This year they have decided to embed their feet in blocks of concrete so that they are standing outside of Starbucks to protest this 50-cent charge for non-dairy milk.
This is a new thing going on for protests of all kinds where people put their feet in concrete so it's harder for the police to get them
move
out.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're literally wearing like concrete shoes and they're just standing there. I'm like, I respect
Call me
it.
crazy. Yeah, I get it. As someone who's gluten free, do you know how
Yeah.
annoying it is that I have to pay extra money for the
Yeah.
same things when there's less ingredients in it?
Yeah.
I'm-
100%.
Yeah. It's
The police
ridiculous.
should just stop by and hand them all some oat milk and say, go home.
Yeah. Here, have a good day. So there's that. If you saw like all of the lines yesterday at different Starbucks, that's why, because people were protesting.
Yeah, Starbucks is evil for so many reasons. That's just one of them.
Yeah. Ricki?
Truth.
So if you have updated your phone, or if you haven't yet, keep this in mind. There is a setting that you need to know about on Instagram. They have made it so that they can precisely know your location down to like the exact house that you're in. So if you have updated or you plan to update your phone, make sure that you go into your settings and then go into Instagram settings and you turn off precise location. This is not in the Instagram app. It is in your actual Apple phone app in the settings. But make sure you turn it off because it's really scary. There's no reason why anybody should know your
Exactly where you
precise
are.
location.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's outrageous. So just a heads up for everybody, especially women out there, because, you know, there's scary ways that people can find you already.
The wrong people.
With air tags and stuff. So just make sure you keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Jim?
Good news. So HBO Max shelved the movie Batgirl, and they decided they weren't going to put it in theaters, they weren't going to show it on the app, and they weren't going to show it anywhere. And the creators, the director duo, decided that this was like, you know, awful. They poured their souls into this movie.
Right.
And according to them, it was not a talent problem for the, you know, their part, the actors, or even the quality of the movie. So what they tried to do is go in to the servers at HBO Max and try to lift the movie so they could get it out there in some other way. And they were this close to doing it. And then the HBO Max server locked them out. So they went in to steal their own movie and release it anyway, and they were blocked.
I totally get that.
I'm really curious to see it because I want to see, is it that bad? Or what's the reason they're not doing anything with it?
I know.
There's so much crap on HBO Max already.
Well, I will tell you this, that like I think they might even be misunderstood, because if anybody has ever tried to watch anything on HBO Max when it's popular, like maybe the premiere of House of Dragons, it crashes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could have just crashed when they tried
That's
to do
right.
it.
It's been pre-crashed for your convenience.
They've got the worst IT department in all of show business.
Things you silently judge people for. It's time for you to tell us.
All right, let's check out the talkback feature from the iHeartRadio app, see what they have to say.
Something that irritates me is mouth breathing. And I'm not so silent about it. I have been known to comment like, you know, breathing through your nose is a lot better for you than breathing through your mouth. They're clueless. I just hate when they're breathing on you. You can smell their breath, their teeth dry, then their lips stick to their teeth. And I'm just like, oh.
Nice talkback. You can always tell us what's on your mind if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app by tapping the little microphone. Comes right to us.
Melinda is in Lebanon. Hey, Melinda.
Hey, how are you guys this morning?
Good. Thanks for calling in. So what do you silently judge people for?
As bad as this is going to sound, I judge people for their feet, but especially toenails. If you're ever in the bathroom and you glance over and see somebody's feet, I can't deal with nasty toenails. I'm like, just put on shoes. You do not have to come out with those toenails like that. I can't.
Oh, yeah. Little click-clack of the nails on linoleum.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, my God. That literally just made my stomach turn, Woody. Oh, no.
So
clean up those toes before you go in public.
Oh, that just made me so nauseous.
Those things you were just telling us are the things that are going through your head, but you're not saying, but you're totally thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's like you look over and you see them, and I was silently be thinking, like, move your feet back. You don't want to catch it. Even though it's not contagious, you do not want to catch it.
Yeah.
Just like, those toes are nasty.
I went to the hospital for surgery, and I'm like, my toenails are painted. They're painted and they're trimmed, and I'm not that girl that's got to be fixed up before she goes out.
Yeah.
My toenails are going to be painted, and they're not going to be hanging over the ends of my toes. I can't
Right? I know, because you judge others for it.
The baby feet stage, it's no.
You don't want anybody else judging you, especially the people wheeling you in for an operation.
Exactly.
We respect your passion, Melinda. Thank you.
Girl's going to have a big old operation, but let's make sure her toenails look good. So
Just in case anything happens, you go into the afterlife with gorgeous toenails.
Right.
Yeah, it's like wearing clean underwear for an accident. You
Just
know,
in case, you
go to
never
the hospital.
know.
Yeah, make sure your toes are
Just
presentable.
a good idea.
maybe your toenails are clean.
You're awesome, Melinda. You call anytime. Thanks. Deanna is in Laverne. Hey, Deanna.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Thanks.
What do you silently judge people for?
I can understand when they spit or they like do that snork and throw up noise, and you just ate. It just makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. And it's tough, like in allergy season, which is 12 months a year here.
Right.
Yeah, you hear it a lot.
Woody and Jim in the morning on 107.5 The River.
Ricki, you've got a story making us happy.
Yeah, this local couple, they wanted to do an Italian-style engagement photo shoot.
Wow, yeah.
And to do that, they were like, well, where the heck do we go for that?
Yeah.
So they went to their local Olive Garden.
Well, yeah.
Feels like Italy.
As one does.
Yes.
When you're in Tennessee, that's as
Yes,
close
as
as
close
you
as
get.
you
As
get
you
to
know, the
Italy, yeah.
outside looks like an Italian villa
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's supposed to look like, like rocks and the nice verandas and
Tuscany
everything.
Village.
Yes, there we go. So they went, and honestly, the pictures look amazing, and you would have no idea that they're at Olive
if you
Garden.
didn't know it was Olive
Yeah.
Garden, you wouldn't think it was.
You'd have
Yeah.
no clue. So
Yeah.
not only did their pictures come out amazing, and they got exactly what they wanted for a lot less money, they ended up with a massive surprise from Olive Garden after it went viral. They got a honeymoon to Italy
Oh, so
on
they,
Olive Garden. Yeah.
They
So
go to
now-
the country where people hate Olive Garden.
Yes. But now they will have a nice little honeymoon, exactly what they wanted.
If you're just tuning in, we're getting so petty. Talking about things we silently judge people for. Michelle is in Spring Hill. Hey, Michelle.
Hi again.
Hi.
So, what do you silently judge people for?
Well, first I wanted to ask Zach if he would be my lover.
Oh my
okay.
God. Hello,
We had that
lover.
uncomfortable lover talk.
We
minutes
just
ago,
did.
yeah.
We did have a conversation about how that makes us. So
Michelle, I will always be your lover.
and we are also silently judging you for saying that.
Yeah.
But what is it you silently judge people for?
And I have to say it's not really silent because my face says it all.
Uh-huh.
So no offense to the boys there, but I cannot deal with men who do not wear socks.
If they don't wear socks, you're judging them.
Yes, they need socks with those, the slip-on shoes. Wear some kind of socks.
Oh, okay. So if they're wearing sandals, they don't
if
have to wear
it's
socks.
flip-flops or sandals, that's okay to not wear socks. Unless you're German, then you have to wear socks.
That's right.
Okay, it's any closed-toe shoe,
Okay.
as women would call them,
Right.
Okay.
need to be socks worn inside the shoes.
Yes.
Well, if it makes you feel
I don't
better,
like them.
I'm wearing socks with my sneakers today.
The one sock's a little messed up, but he is wearing socks.
I do look disheveled in the sock department, but
Yes.
Woody, are you
I'm
wearing socks?
wearing
I am wearing socks.
Okay, good. We're all in the clear, except for I'm
Yes.
wearing slippers. So I don't have socks on.
Oh,
Michelle,
no.
Michelle, what is your feeling on somebody wearing slippers to work without socks? Is it weird?
If I can see your nasty feet, no, I don't want it.
Okay.
Oh,
I
it
can
sounds
s-
like you may not be her lover
I
anymore,
know. You may
Zach.
have to
They're
take back your
covered
lover
up. They're
status.
slippers.
But the back of your feet aren't.
I would say there's about 45% of your feet that are out in the open.
And I just got a pedicure, so they're not nasty. Michelle, we can still be in love. It's fine.
They're just out there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what I silently judge people for? And this is like my whole family, is people's use of grammar. Like if they can't use there, and there.
Oh, yeah.
Or if
that's
they,
a real typical
Or
one.
if they,
yeah.
they mean to say lose and they use two O's.
Loose.
So there's a little spelling in there. I don't judge people's spelling if it ever came through their phone because of like autocorrect and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
but if they say it in real life.
Yeah, if you're using grammar wrong, I'm sorry.
Jim is 100% the grammar police.
We're going down to Midtown to go to Winners and Losers.
Losers.
I kind of like Loosers better.
Losers.
It sounds more intriguing.
It's
Let's
also
go to
a li-
Loosers.
Yeah.
In a way,
The
it's
people
more
in here are
accurate.
looser.
You guys know what
Give them
I
a few
judge
more
people
tequilas
for?
and they'll be looser.
One of the many things that you judge people for,
one-
please tell us, Zach.
Typically, it's an out loud judgment, so there's usually no silent judgment here,
Okay.
except
Yes.
for I judge how people back into parking spaces. Because I'm like, how did you get your driver's license if you're so crooked? Like, why are you parked
Okay.
like that?
That's
Yeah.
a
I
task
get
a lot
that
of people
one.
cannot master.
I wouldn't say I don't know if I judge people, but I sit and watch with popcorn like it's a sport.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. How many tries is it going to take? This will be fun to watch.
Especially parallel parking.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to watch.
Oh yeah. There's people out there right now saying like, oh, what's the greatest invention man has ever made? Is it a computer? Is it air conditioning? Is it whatever? No, it's those new cars that have the
Self-park?
self-parallel parking.
Yeah.
Where you just like press a button and get out of your car.
Those
and
are
just
crazy.
Do it by itself.
Crazy.
It's the future. I also judge people for the way they say the word that is spelled C-O-U-P-O-N. Coupon.
Oh, if they see coupon?
Coupon or coupon.
Coupon. That is the
Drives me
worst.
wild when people say coupon.
Coupon's the worst.
If you're saying coupon, we're not silently judging you. We're yelling at you and hauling you to the
Don't
ground.
say it. Don't say coupon.
Sorry, there's no room for you at the party. We'll have to go. Sorry.
It's time for men and women to answer questions for gender wars.
All right, they sang it. Now let's play it. For the ladies in the audience, we have Coco in Nashville. Good morning, Coco.
Good morning. How
Good
are you?
morning.
Rise
Good.
and shine, sleep in beauty.
Yeah. And for the guys, we have Mohammed in Nashville. Mohammed, hello.
Hey, everyone.
Hey,
Hello.
Great to have you both. Let's do a get acquainted question. Let's start with, how about you, Mohammed, first? What activity helps you relieve stress?
There's this show called JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I watch it all the time. It's so good.
I've heard of it. You recommend it. All right.
Yes.
Coco, what about you? What activity helps you relieve stress?
I like to shop.
I get that, Coco.
Little retail therapy. Sure. Okay. All right. You each have a screw you can use in the game. If you don't know the answer to a question, you can yell out screw. We'll give your question to your opponent. You could win if they don't get a point. If they don't get it right, you get a point.
All right, Coco, we'll get through this fast so you can get back to Target. Is Reggie Miller a famous baseball, hockey, or basketball player?
Ooh, basketball.
Yes.
Yep. Nice.
That's right. Well done.
The buzzer was about to go, but you got it.
Okay, Mohammed. Do you see Jonathan Van Ness on Chopped, Queer Eye, or Say Yes to the Dress?
Say yes to the dress.
It's Queer Eye.
I like that laugh that you just did.
It does sound like that guy. I forget who was it on that show. But anyway, it's 1-0. Coco's in the lead.
Coco, what's the name of the part of your car's engine that keeps your battery charged?
Alternator?
Yes.
You pulled that one out of nowhere, sis.
That was
Good job.
good. Okay.
2-0 lead. That means, Mohammed, you got to get this one right
I have
if you want to stay in the game.
I have faith in you, Mohammed. What are you shopping for if you visit drunkelephant.com?
True.
He's
Okay.
using
Okay.
Figured that might happen. All right.
Coco, do you know what you can find at drunkelephant.com?
Booze?
No.
Nope.
That was what
it's
you'd think.
cosmetics and
So-
skincare
Yeah,
products.
cosmetics
Point
applied
to
by drunk elephants.
Mohammed gets a point there
Yeah.
and keeps the game going. It's 2-1. Coco could wrap up a victory here if she gets this right.
All right, Coco. Bugatti is a European company famous for selling what?
Cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sports cars.
Very
Yep.
expensive cars.
And there you go, Coco. You are the winner. Congratulations. They've released audio of what a black hole sounds like.
Okay. For those of you unfamiliar, a black hole is a gravitational part of space that sucks everything in, including light, which is why it becomes black.
Right.
Not even light can escape its clutches. And we've kind of always known about them, but they're getting more and more proof. They're getting pictures of them. And
Right.
now we have a recording of the sound that they make.
That just sent goosebumps all over my body. I hate space, and that freaked me out so bad.
It's like a giant vacuum cleaner in space.
Right. Of which nothing can escape.
Yes.
So when you hear this, it is kind of exactly, I think, what we pictured it to be. This is something people are going to be playing on Halloween in front of their house
On
when
big
they've got
speakers,
the giant
yeah.
skeletons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is.
It's everything you imagined it would sound like.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrifying.
Kind of sounds like the Upside Down.
I'm unimpressed.
It does.
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
Please, quick, play Kate Bush to get me out of here.
Don't worry, we will every 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's you can count
Zach
on
is
that.
getting so tense.
That's why we play
literally-
that song so much, is because we want to keep you from the upside down.
Exactly.
Can we just hear that? Just in case somebody was like driving and they were going over a bunch of potholes, which is very likely. Turn up your radio. Here it is, the sound of a black hole.
Zach's face.
Imagine you're floating weightless in space, and you hear that coming right at you.
Yeah, you're being
He's going to start crying. Careful,
I'm
Woody.
on the brink of it.
He's putting his hands inside of his sleeves of his hoodie.
Like
his
a turtle,
shoulders are
he's
going
trying to
his
retract
ears.
himself into his own
I'm
shirt.
clutching my pearls over here.
I also have some slight doubts that this is an authentic sound of a black hole because I'm pretty sure within the last couple of days, I heard a black hole.
Okay.
Did you, Jim?
I did.
I bet you did.
It was like
fascinating.
I heard it for like 45 minutes. This is what it sounded like.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
A customer service representative will be with you shortly.
That's a black hole on Earth.
Yeah.
It could also sound like your stomach after you eat Taco Bell.
That's what Zach's stomach sounds like 24/7.
Accurate.
Because he's always eating Taco Bell.
Well, because just eating anything, his stomach is messed up.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I don't know how this man is surviving.
It's frightening.
Right.
That's why we need to desperately change global warming so we can fix our planet so we don't have to go out there.
What do you think happens?
Space, you scary.
All right, let's check out the talkback feature from the iHeartRadio app.
The black hole to me sounds like God's digestive system. I mean, people speculate that the entire universe is the being of God himself, the all-creator. Galaxies that look like organs or his heart or his eyes and stuff like that. So that's what I think.
What do you think happens if you were like to fall into a black hole? I picture like you're in like a tornado and you're just spinning around and you
I think you'd freeze to death.
And your house lands on a witch?
But I think you'd freeze to death on like impact, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
I'm pretty sure
survive
it's
it.
supposed to be beyond freezing
Yeah.
cold.
So bring a sweater.
Okay, noted.
Same one you have on right now should be fine.
Zach has got your celebrity stuff.
I saw this all over social media yesterday that people are so upset because one of the stars of Euphoria is leaving before they release season 3 on HBO.
I'm absolutely devastated by this.
Yeah,
Now,
so
did they already do season 3 and then she quit?
no.
No,
Oh, okay.
she's not going to be in season.
She's
Oh,
not
okay.
going to be in
All
season
right.
3. So Barbie Ferreira, who plays Kat Hernandez on the show Euphoria, she
Very,
apparently,
very important role, by the way.
yeah, she is leaving the show. And so yesterday she posted and was like, hey, I hope many of you could see yourself in her like I did. And that she brought so much joy to her journey. And you got to see her character that she is today. I put all of my care and love into her. And here's the conspiracy theories about why she's actually leaving the show.
Okay.
So I guess that Barbie Ferreira and one of the creators of the show actually clashed during making season 2. Like so much so that she walked off set. Like that's how upset she was.
That'll do it.
That's happened before.
Yeah. Fans are also calling out Euphoria for like reducing her screen time during the season of season 2. And there is all of these complaints against like the acting union about overly long shoots during the series and lack of meal and bathroom breaks.
That's messed up.
That
That
can
is.
all
Yeah.
add up to I'm done with it.
That's
Yeah.
really messed up.
Can't really blame her.
Yeah, so those are like all of the different stories that nobody has confirmed, whether it be Barbie or the creators of Euphoria or anything like that. It's just like things that people have heard.
I just wonder how they going to put that in the story.
Yeah,
How
are they going to
write
eliminate
that?
her character or
Yeah, how
recast
do
it?
they get rid of her?
I mean, they have a few options. They're talking about teenagers. They could have moved away.
Right,
They could have.
right.
That's the easiest one.
You made
Gone
it
off.
much better than I did because in my mind I was like, hit by a semi-truck.
That's the
What
way
in the
Shonda
wor-
Rhimes kills people.
What? Also,
Mean
clearly
Girls.
you've never watched Euphoria.
No.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
She could still be hit by a semi-truck.
I like Jim's idea that we do a Regina George on her.
Jesus Christ.
So it'll be interesting
You're all
to see.
insane.
Well, duh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a revelation, really.
Accurate statement there. Thank you for calling out the obvious, Miss Obvious, Ricki.
I will always say it. Just for everybody else to also understand.
Yeah, so if you do want to see all of the conspiracy theories that fans are like making up and how they think they're going to exit her out of the show, you can follow us on Twitter. It's at 1075 The River, and you can read all about it right there.
Ricki's been out a couple of days sick, and while you were out, your dog became famous, and so did you.
Well, my dog was my little fur nurse the entire time that I was sick. He did not leave my side. He's my shadow anyways.
Yeah.
But he was like really just attached at the hip while I was sick.
Well, he was loving that you were there.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
staying in bed all day, yeah.
Yes, and he loves cuddles, so he gets to cuddle the entire time, which is just a win-win for him. But I had taken a video of him yesterday because I was in bed laying down watching TV, and he was so connected to my hip, like on top of me, that I was like, dude, can you like scooch over just a little bit? Because you're like starting to push me off the bed.
I know, it looks like he was like growing out of you.
Yes, exactly. So I took out my phone and I was like, this is unreal. I can't believe he won't move. So I took out my phone and I videotaped me being like, hey, dude, hey, like poking him, pulling on his ears a little
like,
bit.
hey.
Being like, hey. And then he turns around and gives me the nastiest look.
It is some amazing side eye.
I'm not going anywhere.
He was so mad at me. Like, how dare you interrupt me in this moment?
It was comfortable.
So I was like, you have so much room. Can you move over? He puts his head right back down. Like, nope. Bye. And I was like, okay, guess I'm stuck like this now.
Good right here, bro.
Yep. Guess nobody's moving for the next 10 hours until you decide to move.
And you posted it on Instagram, and the world like went wild for this video.
Yeah, out of nowhere, it got like 125,000 views.
Wow.
With like 6,000 likes or something crazy like that.
That's amazing.
You always people always say, how can I go viral or something? You never know.
You never know.
It could be something amazing you spend a lot of time and energy on, or it could be just a simple dog on a bed thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I had no idea.
The world understands.
Yeah.
I was there yesterday. My dog tried to knock the laptop off of my lap so he could get closer to me, and like it's like I can relate to that. He's like, I'm not comfortable with this laptop on your lap.
Yeah, it must be me on the lap.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Right. That thing you're staring at all the time is getting in my way.
Yes, attention me now.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
And we will. We'll do whatever we can. Okay, well, dog wins.
Yeah.
Dog wins.
Exactly.
Dog always wins.
That's incredible. So if you want to see it,
mind blowing. Yeah, you can go to @thatchickricki, Ricki on Instagram. I went back to it after an hour and I was like, and I looked at my boyfriend, can you believe it has 80,000 views? And he was like, what are you talking about? He actually pulled out his phone because he thought I was lying. And now it has more than that. It's really wild. But he is super cute, so I kind of get it. He's the cutest little pup.
you need to cash in on
Big
him.
old eyes.
Yeah, big blue eyes.
Get him a book deal.
Oh my God, he's the new Doug the Pug.
That's right.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Remember the original, the OG reality show, The Osbournes. Ozzy Osbourne has had a hard time his whole life saying no to drugs.
Yeah.
He said he finally stopped taking acid when he had a horse tell him to F off.
During a trip?
Apparently, he took several tabs of acid, went out into a field, and had an hour-long conversation with a horse. And apparently, it became an argument, and the horse told him to F off.
I wonder what started the argument? What was the argument about? I have so many questions. What started the conversation?
Could he have been seeing a horse, but it was actually in real life Sharon telling him she wanted a divorce?
That's possible.
That could be it, yeah.
They did speak to each other like that quite often on the show.
Yeah. He just saw a horse.
Yeah.
Like imaginary animated
I have
horse.
so many questions that I need answered.
I do. I want more.
Ricki, what you got?
So there's a lot of phobias out there, and it seems like I'm constantly learning new phobias every day, like Michaelphobia, which is a real phobia of Michael Jackson.
Okay, what?
All right.
This woman has gone viral on TikTok because of her fear for Michael Jackson. She was out with her friends and they recorded her reaction to a Michael Jackson impersonator. And she just starts breaking down, sobbing, can't look him in the eye, can't look his way. She said that she was so distraught that when she even went home later on in the day, she had to sit on the phone with her boyfriend until she fell asleep. because she was still afraid of Michael Jackson.
Is this something about the tone of his voice or just...
She said that it all started when her sisters used to make her watch documentaries on him and his conspiracy theories on YouTube about him and what he actually is and things like that. And like if he's like an alien, you know, the crazy things that people think of.
He collected the
and it's all
elephant
over
man's
YouTube.
bones.
Yes, exactly.
I think I had Michael phobia when I didn't want my kids around him when he was still alive.
Okay, well, that's also probably
that was harsh.
an option. But so she has mycophobia, and it's a real phobia that a lot of people have.
Wow.
If you want to see
Interesting.
the video and have more details, you can go to 1075theriver.com, keyword Ricki. Jim?
Wow. Well, everybody seems to be going to the virtual world, and our parent company, iHeartMedia, which is also 1075 The River and the iHeartRadio app, has launched iHeartLand in Fortnite, and in which they're going to do all kinds of different things, including probably the biggest thing is concerts in Fortnite. Of course, you remember like Ariana Grande and Travis Scott have done those before.
Very successfully, too.
Yeah, it's going to kick off for iHeartLand. They're going to have a Charlie Puth concert on September 9th. Inside Fortnite.
I love Charlie Puth.
I do too.
He's so
sweet.
nice.
He's one of the good guys. We root for him.
Woody and Jim in the morning, 107.5 The River. Jack Harlow, first class. Next week, we may be showing up at your first class of the day. College, high school, wherever. You go to 1075theriver.com. Tell us where you're going to be starting Monday. And we may just walk in, present you with tickets to see Jack Harlow and also a $100 gift card to Journeys.
Just got to tell us, where's your first class? So we can find you.
You got to be specific, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't just be like, at school. Great.
Yeah, yeah, you tell us where to find
As
you.
is everyone.
Yeah.
Which school? Where
What
you are?
class? Yes.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. What seat are you in?
Right.
Are you in the back so you can
More
cause
specific,
trouble?
the better.
Yeah. And we will burst into your classroom like the Kool-Aid Man.
And bring
We
you
sure will.
Jack Harlow tickets, which
Yeah.
is like the best surprise ever.
Pretty cool stuff. Hey, you know, if you're taking, like, a lot of times people take a Tylenol if they have a headache or something like that, and they'll
Yeah.
say, I took it like an hour ago. It doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Sure.
Science says if you'd like a pill to work faster, lay down on your right side when you take it.
On your right side.
Apparently, the way your body is put together, it will get into your bloodstream faster that way.
Interesting.
They say it's like 10 minutes, but it's 23 minutes if you take them while you're standing, and an hour and 15 minutes if you're lying on your left side.
Wow.
That's so weird.
It's weird how specific that is, but
Yeah.
apparently it works.
Well, now you know what's going on. If you see Tim in accounting laying on the ground, it's because he took an Advil. And he's waiting
Right.
for it to kick in.
On his right side, Tim had a rough night last
Tim.
night.
Had a rough night.
Just roll him over to the right side.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
are
he's
you
already
lying
there.
down on the floor next to your cubicle? I have a headache.
Yep. Blame it on us.
It's right.
Woody and Jim said I needed to lay
Yeah,
on my side.
That's right.
Otherwise, this won't work.
Yes. If we're the place you're getting all your medical knowledge, you know, you should really rethink your choices in life.
Scary world.
Woody and Jim in the morning, 107.5 The River. Britney Spears. Tomorrow we're going to be all about Britney. The newest song that she's done in a long time. Doing a remake of Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer with Elton John.
Yeah.
And we'll be playing that all day tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I heard
I'm
a
excited.
clip and it sounds so cool.
Yeah.
It's dope.
It's going to be awesome to hear that
I
again.
am very interested.
All right. Give us a call right now, 615-737-9107. We will hook you up with tickets to the Nashville Fair.
Yeah. Speaking of fairs, I guess there's new news about the Detroit Death Slide.
Death
Is what
Slide.
many people have called it, which is the giant metal wavy slide that they shut down after an hour after
Yeah,
they opened
they spent
it.
a lot of money and time and energy putting it back together, and then they opened it for 1 hour. And there's actual video now you can see of children going down the slide, catching air, and landing like bags of wet cement.
That is a perfect way to describe it, actually. I'm impressed with that, Woody.
If you follow Woody and Jim Show on Twitter, there's a link to the video where a Detroit rapper even added a little song to it.
Come on, man. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Hey, you can break your back on the giant slide. You can even break your neck on the giant slide.
This is a bomb.
I like this.
On the giant slide. It's like jumping off.
And oh my God, it's just horrifying. Kids are being destroyed on this thing.
I heard they're going to reopen it like real soon.
If you're
How are they going to stop people from
Wait, guys,
hurting
these
themselves?
lyrics though are great.
They're going like 50 miles an hour down the slide.
I mean, really.
And just landing like a clump.
Thanks for listening to and recommending the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Listen to Woody and Jim in real time every weekday morning on 107.5 The River, Nashville, or live on the iHeartRadio app.